One thing is certain in this world, whatsoever it is that you want to do, once you come together and you are more than one, there will be a betrayer. In every company, there is a betrayer. In every movement, there will be betrayer. And in every system built by more than two people, there will be a betrayer. Family, India has just shocked the entire world. Currently, as we're speaking, India, UAE, and South Africa are trying to betray the vision of Brics. Yes. The BRIC alliance, lovely family, once bold, once united, seems to begin to crack. I don't know if that is the right English. Is it begun to crack? Well, help me in the comment section. At the center of the betrayer is standing India solidly. I remember quite very well at the time where BRICS was becoming so powerful and it became a talk in the entire world. It became standing like a threat against the US dollar. I've been talking about it. People in my comment section, especially on TikTok, told me that, look, India, some people, I still remember those comments. They said, India is going to betray BRICS. I thought it's a joke because according to them, India is a puppet of the West and they are always afraid of the United States. Well, it makes sense right now. Now, in this video, we are going to break things down. Why did they decide, or why are they walking away from the de-dollarization agenda, which has become one of the main focus and purpose of BRICS? Why are they bowing down to pressure from the United States? And most importantly, what is this telling Africans? Lovely family, let's break it down. And getting down into the details, we need to carry everybody along. Probably some people might not understand and know what is BRICS. So in short, lovely family, BRICS is just a group of major emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. When you look at the origin and purpose of BRICS, the term BRICS itself was originally coined in 2001 to describe the fast-growing economies of Brazil, Russia, India, and China. South Africa later joined in 2010, and making it BRICS, no longer BRIC. It was BRIC, and now South Africa joined, it became BRICS. The group was formalized as a political and economic bloc to promote cooperation, influence global governance, and to challenge the global dominance of Western institutions like the IMF and the World Bank, and also the dollar financial system. So practically, not going too far, that is just what BRIC is about. If you follow this platform for long, you are going to get details of all these things and understand better. Now let's break the details down, lovely family. India has distanced itself from the BRICS de-dollarization agenda. India says no to ditching the US dollar. They are going to stay loyal to the US dollar financial system. And as I'm speaking to you, lovely family, India has publicly stated that it will not support BRICS' plan to stop using the US dollar for global trade and payment. And this statement came shortly after the recent 17th BRICS summit held in Brazil. According to India's external Affairs Ministry, whose name is Randy, while BRIC nations are discussing the use of local currency for trade, which is a good thing, their support is only stopping there of the use of local currency for trade. But they are not in the agenda, or they are not supporting the plan to create a new BRICS common currency. He emphasized that. And in his word, he made it clear by saying that de-dollarization is not something which is on the agenda. That is for them. They are not part of that agenda. Now, this confirms that India is not fully on board with the anti-dollar movement within the BRICS bloc. India has different focus. The focus of India is that their focus is to promote the Indian rupee, but not to kill the US dollar, which is one of the agenda of BRICS. They are not interested in that. You understand why India is behaving this way, don't judge yet. And according to them, they made it clear that although they are exploring ways to use the Indian rupee for cross-border trade, which is one of the agenda of BRIC, to strengthen the use of local currency for trade, global trade, they don't want to challenge the dominance of the US dollar. They are not in for that. The officials explained that India's goal is to gradually encourage international rupee transactions. And they emphasize also that this process is still in the very early stages and need to go through a lot of things to come to fruitfulness. It's still very young, a dream. So they are doing everything possible to avoid conflict with the United States. India has consistently, this is not the first time, family, India has consistently avoided pushing the de-dollarization agenda, especially since Donald Trump became US president. Now, what is the reason for India to behave this way? We need to find out. Lovely family, if you are enjoying the update and the breakdown, hit the like button and subscribe to be part of the family. Here we are learning. What you need to know about the motive behind India behaving this way is that the key reason for India's behavior is India's deep economic dependency on the US, particularly in the IT outsourcing sector. What you must understand is that American tech companies outsource millions of jobs to India, and these help fund housing and business sectors in India. The Indian government under the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is very careful and is not interested in jeopardizing this important economic relationship, because if they take risk and America decides to take action, a lot of people, millions of people are going to become jobless and homeless. They can't pay their bills. And so this is the main influence behind India's behavior this way. So I don't know if I should say that Brics is now moving from a bold vision to eternal divide, because Brics, lovely people, was once a fearless movement. Not long ago, when Joe Biden, the former president of the United States, was in office, Brics was openly challenging the US dollar's dominance. Member countries of Brics like Russia and China and Iran, they were pushing this agenda to trade using local currencies and even announced plans to create a new Brics currency rival to the US dollar. And according to them, they hope that this will actually help the world and help the developing countries gain more power and independence from the West. At least they will be immune to the Western bullying and the sanctions left and right. Now, Trump's threats actually changed the whole thing. Trump came into the picture threatening to impose high tariff on any country at all that dare to challenge the US dollar. His quick and harsh economic policies caused a major split in the BRICS alliance right now as we are speaking. India, South Africa, and the UAE has begun pulling back from the bold anti-dollar positions, which was the former position of BRICS and one of the major vision of BRICS. But all hope is not lost, lovely people. As we are speaking right now, Russia, China, and Iran, they are continuing to push forward for this agenda. And the West is laughing right now. The Western financial economic gurus, listen to them about this particular topic. They are laughing. They said, look, the BRIC currency is now reduced to a symbolic mock-up bill shown by the president of Russia in 2024. Since the time this bill was shown by the Russian president, lovely people, no real progress has been made so far up to now. What is buzzing and bubbling our mind right now is the silence at the 2025 summit, BRICS summit. By the time the 2025 BRICS summit took place, lovely family, it was so shocking that neither de-dollarization or the idea of BRIC currency was even mentioned at the meeting. And the whole thing looked like the fear of Trump's retaliation seems to hang over the entire meeting. And this is betrayal, family. Honestly speaking, India's refusal to support this vision of de-dollarization is not just a strategic shift, as we call it. It is a betrayal of the original BRICS vision. Because when you look at it critically, lovely people, it doesn't make any sense that at the time when the world's emerging economies were coming together to break Western economic chains, a country like India has chosen to serve its own interests and stay loyal to the US dollar system. Why? Just because the fear of Trump's economic firepower is now stronger than the desire of financial independence. India is not interested in risking it because it might have a lot of effect on their citizens. India's dependence on American tech job and investment has made it vulnerable. Modi's government is unwilling to take risk, even if that means India have to let down BRICS allies like Russia and China, who continue to fight for multipolar power. And in the end, India's message is very clear. Don't upset the empire. Lovely family, if you enjoyed the breakdown, you need to hit the like button for us. This development should be a serious warning to Africa. I've been saying that the strength of Africa is not in joining BRICS. Of course, it's an option for us and to help us. The strength of Africa is not relying on these countries on the east or the west. The strength of Africa is only in unity Africans doing African thing. If a powerful BRIC member like India can back down so easily under pressure, Africa must think twice before relying on others to lead the charge against Western dominance. Africa cannot wait for China, Russia, or India, or whoever it is to fight its battle. And looking at this, it should tell Africans and African leaders that it is time for a united African economic front, where the continent build its own institutions, its own payment system, and its own continental currency, free from the chains of US dollar, the euro, or any foreign influence. I still believe there is hope for something good, more powerful to come out, since China, Russia, and Iran are still pushing the battle, or let me say pushing the agenda. Africa still has a chance to stand tall, because lovely people, it is clear to all of us that nobody is coming to save anybody in this world. Everybody is for himself. In every angle the world is moving towards, everybody is moving for their interests. India is acting for the interests of its people. They don't care a fig about how, whether it is multipolar world, unipolar world, so long as the people have job to do, that's all. They are serving the interests of their people. They don't want to jeopardize it. So this is a wake-up call for Africa, that nobody have you in mind. Nobody actually care. Everybody for himself. Honestly speaking, I don't know how to feel about this, but I know you might have different opinion. Let me know your thought in the comment section. Respect.